Sorry. Hello and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investors Channel. My name is Sensei Crypto and we are here to cover the crypto pump that I think is about to emerge. So let's get straight into it. I apologize, it's a bit high. There we go. Thank you everyone for tuning in straight after Martyn's show. I am here to cover the charts, the technicals. Let's get ready for the stream. If you can just hit the like button as soon as you come in. Thank you for tuning in. What do we have going on right now on XRP? Some people are getting annoyed. It's being boring today. I don't think so. I think it's performing very, very well. Why? Because we had that sell-off. So in fact, XRP is up 7% from the lows of its day. It is performing well. What have I said? We need to wait for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has to go for its breakout. The liquidity will flow back into Bitcoin, and then XRP can go again. And that can all happen in the next few hours. Echo. I apologize. I don't know why there would be an echo. But you have to echo back out and come in. Let me check. I don't think there should be an echo. Uh, there isn't an echo. What you have to do is refresh the stream. I don't think there's an echo. If one of my members can let me know once you've refreshed the stream, if there's still an echo, I don't think there is one. I would recommend refresh the stream if you're no echo. Cool. Let's carry on. XRP is about to go on a pump. I think again, before we get any further, I want to make this very clear. We're not like other channels. We're not here to pump and dump. We're not here to tell you what to do. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not here to tell you to buy. I'm not here to tell you to sell. I'm here to just give you what I'm doing, my thoughts, my opinions, the charts, the technicals, and nothing is for me to come here and tell you to buy, or sell. I'm giving you my thoughts and opinions, so please do not trade based off anything I say. Wow, what a day. What an absolute day. I mean, we've got and it's not all about XRP today, but it will flow into XRP. We've got the markets absolutely pumping. We've got the S&P 500 up 0.58% today. We've got NASDAQ up today, up 1.44%. That's actually more important to crypto, breaking out of its final level of resistance. Why is that so important? Well, NASDAQ is tech. That money, if that starts pumping, crypto starts pumping. They take it in turns. They sometimes go together. Sometimes Bitcoin front runs it. Sometimes NASDAQ front runs it. Sometimes they go together, but they are correlated. And right now, what's very bullish for me is we've broken out the final level of resistance for NASDAQ tech. That means the NASDAQ can easily go to all-time highs, 4.76% to the upside, but you've also got massive targets on NASDAQ now. Trump saying today buy. It's still a great time to buy stocks. I mean, if the China deal news comes to fruition and they negotiate and in a month's time we've got a deal on the table, other countries come to the table and inflation stays low, rate cuts come, we've got 23% moves to the upside on NASDAQ. That will really start getting Bitcoin going, and that would potentially get Bitcoin to $200,000. In the meantime, we've got Bitcoin right now on the verge of a breakout. We've got Bitcoin sat at 104,600. That means we are very, very close for Bitcoin breaking out. You can see this level of resistance on the chart. That is the previous daily candle high of January 21st, 2025. The highest daily candle close ever was 106,291. Above that, there is no resistance at all. We can head to that level very, very quickly. We've already tested it yesterday. It's about 1.25% move to the upside. If that occurs, we will break out, in my opinion, and we will start liquidating shorts. We will start the price action going up. Everyone will start FOMOing in. The leverage will kick in on the long side, and we can easily see a 5 to 10% move up on Bitcoin tonight before the daily candle close in 3 hours' time. Once Bitcoin starts moving up a few more percent, let's just say 1 or 2 more percent, XRP will break out of $2.60. Once XRP breaks out of $2.60, we're seeing $3 on the cards very, very easily. That's only a $3 XRP is a 16% move to the upside. That can happen tonight. I'm not saying it will. I'm saying it can easily happen tonight. There's not very many days I'll come on and say this can happen tonight. A 16% move up on XRP can easily happen tonight. We've seen mega days on XRP, whether it's news driven or not. We've seen non-news driven days of 17% up, 18% up, 17% up, 34% move on a day on XRP. That will result in a daily candle close of 18% up. That is possible. XRP right now is the third largest cryptocurrency technically, but realistically is actually the second largest crypto in my opinion. And what we're watching right now is a break of $2.60. XRP is gaining momentum, it's getting ready. We go on to the smaller time frames, and you can see that XRP is slowly but surely moving back up. We've got an upwards trend forming to try and get back up to $2.62. Once we break that, we are heading to $3, in my opinion. Remember what we've been saying previously. You have to look back and just say, well, he's just saying this time. No, well, I've said this multiple times in the history of XRP. And if we just look back a few months, a few predictions I made. November 2024, Bitcoin dominance was falling off a cliff, and well, it was actually hitting its target. And once it hit its target, I said altcoins are going to start moving up. Did I expect a massive rally like this on an XRP? Probably not, but I was prepared for it because I said the breakout would occur and we will head up massively, and then we had targets up here. Then I said the 50% correction video came out. Not here. We said here that there could be a drastic level of support around $2. That occurred. Then we had the breakout to all-time highs. And over there, not because I'm bearish, but because I wanted to give you the full analysis, I said there could be easily a 50% crash on XRP. There was. We came down to our target. Oh, I've got alerts off, so let me turn that on. We had a target of $2. That occurred. $2 was a support, kept buying, kept trading, 40% trades, 40% trades, 40% trades every time it hit $2. Then the day before it broke below $2, I came on and I said, there's a very real possibility we break $2 here. And we did, and I had my targets. None of these lines have changed. I had my target of $1.71. Yes, it went a bit lower to $1.61. That's fine. I don't care. I missed out on 10%. But since then, we've been moving up. We've regained $2. We broke out of the downwards trend. Then I said it's $2 and $2.30. That down, and once we break this downwards trend within that zone of $2 and $2.30, I said $2.30 will have another test and we'll probably break out. Once we broke out of $2.30, I said $2.50. Once we reached $2.50, I said get ready for a pullback. A pullback came. And I said when we go back to $2.50, get ready for $2.60. $2.60 happened straight after the breakout $2.50 within minutes. And then we said $2.60 is resistance. Be prepared for $2.50. Yes, it came a bit lower. Now I'm saying as soon as we break to $2.60 again, we are heading to $2.70, then $3. And that itself is a big move. Once you break $3, it's $3.50, $3.30, and then $4.70, $5.30, $6.30, $7.41, $8.51. And these red lines, I've had them in before. I've planned out my take profit strategy, and that's part of my take profit strategy. I'm going to be selling at all those levels. I'm going to be laddering out. Yes, I've got targets of $10, but I'm going to start laddering out to start realizing some profits. So what we're waiting for tonight, and we might stay live throughout the night depending on how things go. We are waiting for XRP to break above $2.62. That's when the volatility will come. But more importantly, we need to keep an eye on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin selling off slightly now, which is a bit disappointing, but this can move very, very quickly, is a level of 106,000, 104,000 as well. So we are keeping, let me just go back to my main Bitcoin chart and give you the right price, actually. I apologize. That's the all-time high one. We're looking at this chart here. Yes, we are trying to get back to 106,000. That can happen tonight. We are forming a bullish flag up here, holding support. I said we'll get retest of 102,000, 101,000, 100,000. That's what we did yesterday. And today we are ready for breakout. Remember, the Nasdaq's up today and Bitcoin hasn't caught up, so that is in the cards. So membership link. If you want to become a member, there is the link for membership. If you want to buy some XRP merch, there is the link for the official merchandise store. I'm going to check and see if we've got any discount codes left for you guys. Oh my God, Louis is in the chat. Louis is in the chat. Look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my God, we've got Louis. Massive, massive supporter today. Absolutely incredible.
The year is 19
Make sure you like, make sure you interact with the chat to claim your membership. Say thank you to Louis. You have to like the stream, you have to interact with the chat, and you might get a membership. 50 memberships, incredible. Let's celebrate. Wow, 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 wow. 50 memberships.
People are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Wow. Oh my god, that's the largest amount of memberships ever gifted on my show. Wow. Everyone thank Louis, interact with the chat. I mean, you got a 1 in 10 chance of winning it. Absolutely incredible. We will get back to the charts, but let's celebrate. Let's thank Louis. Everyone make sure you thank Louis for your membership. Got XRP pumping again. Everyone wants a membership. Stay with us, we'll get back to the XRP chart, we'll get bullish in a second. Oh, thanks.
Phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn, a thirst and desire, you transform it up in a flash, you spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn, a thirst and desire, you transform it up in a flash, you spread your wings to rise from the ashes.
Wow. There it is. Here we go. Louis is pumping the markets. I mean, ever since that's happened, we've got a 5-minute candle on XRP towards the upside, getting closer to our target of $2.62. Once that occurs, we can have a massive breakout on our hands. We've got Bitcoin pumping again. Two massive things we're looking at tonight: Bitcoin, XRP. Once Bitcoin breaks back towards the upside, we are looking to get XRP breaking out. So it's all lying on Bitcoin right now. We can get a massive pump on Bitcoin. What we need to do is wait for the daily candle close, which happens in 3 hours and 10 seconds. Sorry, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Oh, do we stay live for that? Let me ask Martyn to do a super chat goal if we want to stay live for do a 4-hour stream tonight. Let me ask Martyn. Can we do a 1 hour Super chat goal for 20 super chats. Oh, how many hours is that? So 9, 10, 11, 12. I've asked Martyn to do a goal for us, and let's see if we get enough support. We will do a. If we get enough support, I'm going to ask Martyn to do something. We will do a 4-hour stream for you guys tonight, because this could be a very important day for the crypto markets. Still recovering from Louis' 50 memberships. That's incredible. Never seen anything like it. Whew, let's take a deep breath and let's get back into the charts. Let's take a sip of water. Okay. Everyone, let's calm down for a second. Wow. Okay. What we're going to do is have a look at the Bitcoin chart. We are so close from breakout. We are so close from a breakout. And the reason I think this is going to happen is because the broader markets, NASDAQ was up more than what Bitcoin's up right now. And remember, Bitcoin's so much more volatile. And if we're on risk on markets, if people are going to start buying, then we'll see the money flowing into Bitcoin. We are keeping an eye on Bitcoin. The memberships are still coming through. Ambulance on standby for Sensei. No one call an ambulance. I'm fine. Just had a little bit of a heart attack. It's fine. It's too hot in this jumper. This jumper's. Oh, we've got a gold member as well. Wow. Ralph, welcome to the membership. If you want to become a member, there you go. Thank you for becoming a member. Okay, Martyn's done it, but he's done it even more than I asked for. Let's see if you guys can do it. So, it's going to be a massive night. I think tonight could be one of those days you want to be up and ready for market movement. I'm gonna turn off these for just a second. We're gonna get serious now. We're gonna look at the technicals. There's a lot that can happen tonight. We are on the verge of a breakout for Bitcoin. When will that breakout most likely happen? In power hour. What do I mean by power hour? Look at the time zone down here. That's the time zone traders internationally look at. UTC. It is currently 8:53 UTC. It's currently 9:53 my local time in London. Once that hits 11 o'clock, it's currently 8:53, we enter power hour. Crypto moves big during power hour, where we get our daily candle closes. It is important for us to possibly be live at that point, because that's when the movements happen. That's when we can start getting excited. That might be where we get pumped. That's when we can analyze the markets live and potentially see resistance, support, what we should be doing. That's when it's going to get volatile. It might get volatile before, but that's when it's most likely to get volatile. We've seen it previously. If you want us to stay live for power hour all the way to the end of the daily candle close, first half an hour of the new day, because it's still going to be volatile after that, Asian markets opening up for the day, what we've got going on, what Martyn's just created for us here, it's up here. If you're part of the XRP army, if you want to support the show, if you want us to stay live, you'll probably get back more than you put in. We've got a goal. It has to be 30 teal super chats. I think teal is green, so I think that's $4 super chats, because you can get your text written as well. I don't know if we're going to do it, but maybe I have faith in the XRP army. Let's see. To go live till the candle close, 4 hours. We're going to do a 4-hour stream for you guys. XRP special. If you guys want to do that, your choice. I'm not going to do it one way or another. We do go live all the time anyway, so you don't have to. But if you want us to, we've got 57 minutes to hit the goal. So if everyone wants to support the channel, remember, I quit my job 2 weeks ago to do this full time. Hopefully it's going to be full time from in a few weeks' time, but I'm going live literally 3 times a day now. The live streams don't make any money, I'm going to be honest, but your funding does. So if you want to support the channel, if you want to, and I'll give back to you by staying live for 4 hours. If you want to do that, then you can do a $5 super chat. If we get enough within an hour, we will stay live for the 4 hours. In the meantime, let's continue with our analysis. Let me turn alerts back on. We got a leaked Midi. Thank you for your $1.99. Okay. If you've got an echo, it's because you've got 2 streams open. Thank you, JJ8Ball. You've got 2 streams open, so make sure you refresh the stream and make sure all your other tabs are closed. Let's get ready for a big night here on the channel. Bitcoin is currently at 104,635. It is near the highs of its days. It is ready to gain momentum. We are looking at it on the 5-minute candle. The uptrend is intact right now. Right now, we've got an uptrend that is intact. Let's see if that uptrend continues. The star of the show, XRP. Once Bitcoin breaks out of all-time highs, or at least breaks out of its level of resistance just below all-time highs, XRP will break out of $2.62. $2.62 is a key level for Bitcoin. Why? Because that's the 786 from the all-time high. Let me get my drawing tool out. Where has it gone? I always lose it. Where's my drawing tool? Where has it gone? Where's it gone? The layout's changed here. I don't want a table. Here we go. What we can do is hold these levels. Oh, we got our first one. We got our first one. Here we go. That's going to start things off.
Chain donated $5 through a super chat. LFG $XRP.
Thank you, Sada Dog on the chain. You have started it off. You might be the reason we stay live for 4 hours. I think that'll be my longest stream ever. Let's see if we do it. Oh, we've got another one. Motto A team. Let's wait for that to read it. Oh, here we go.
Moto A team donated $4.99 through a super chat. Sensei quit his job for us freeloaders. I'll give up my fancy frappuccino tomorrow for this man.
Motto A team, I love it. Thank you very much. I am dedicated to the members and the viewers of this channel. Look, this is the main reason. You look at all these channels around, and all they're doing is they're doing it for themselves. Why? Because they've got, oh, we've got another one, Cat. Thank you.
Cat donated $7.99 through a super chat. Standing on the moon, red heart emoji.
Thank you, Kat. Standing on the moon. I'll explain to you why I've quit my job and why this channel is so great and why I've decided to do this. We've got a few people super chatting, so I don't want to go over their voice. We're looking at XRP's price here. We're ready for us to hit $2.62. Uptrend is there. Broader markets are up. Altcoins are pumping. Altcoins, I mean, Songbird, a token with Flare on the XRP ledger is up 23%. That's been one of my top picks. Remember, I've said Songbird, keep an eye out on it. Ethereum is doing more than XRP right now, up 7%. It's about to break resistance. This is fine for XRP. I'm not a fan of Ethereum. Yes, I trade Ethereum. I'm not a fan of Ethereum, but that will be good for the XRP market. Oh, we've got another one. We might hit this goal, you know.
Power donated £4.99 through a super chat. XRP, rocket emoji, rocket emoji, rocket emoji.
Dynamite Power,
emoji.
You've contributed. You might be part of the reason we stay live for 4 hours and potentially have a monumental stream in terms of price action. Power hour in a couple hours time could be massive. We can get it before, but this could be a big stream. Oh, here we go.
Weld donated $5 through a super chat. Let's go, XRP.
Thank you, Weldy Weld. Thank you very much. Let's keep it going. I created a new crypto hashtag tonight to replace all. Hashtag standing on the moon, says Martyn. Ethereum is on the verge of a breakout. Ethereum is about to break out of one of its strongest levels of resistance. And it's up 7%, and it's at resistance. That's massive for Ethereum. That can really get the altcoins going.
Paul Richmond donated $4.99 through a super chat.
Oh my god, what is?
Give away 1 mil of merch before Martyn.
What has Louis just done?
Goal. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
What is 5,000 ARS?
Emoji.
What's he done? What has Louis just done? I don't know, but it's red. I don't think I've ever seen red. Where's Louis from? ARS. How? What's he done?
Matt Master donated 99 cents through a super chat.
5? I don't even know what that is. Can someone convert that for me? Because I'm so confused. What is going on? What has Louis done? I guess red means good. 5,000 ARS. Louis, what are you doing, mate? Oh my god, what's going on? I guess I need to celebrate this, but someone tell me what that is. Trent, I don't think it does
Trent
count as
MC
2.
donated $9.99 through a super chat. Does this count as 2?
$4.44 US? I don't think so. I don't think it's $4. Why? It wouldn't be red. It wouldn't be red. It wouldn't be red. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. Is there a glitch in Argentina? What's going on?
Poorpins.com donated $19.99 through a super chat.
I am over I don't know what's going on. Is there a glitch in Argentina? I don't know, because this is incredible. Argentino peso. Louis, can you let us know what that is? Holy heck, look at this. I'm so confused. Louis, can you let us know what you're doing and how much this is in USD? Because I don't...
through a super chat. XRP to the moon and beyond.
Oh my god, he's donated memberships again. Oh my god. Google the conversion. 5,000 ARS. Just don't know what's going on. 5,000 ARS. Yeah, but why would it be red? It does say £3.34. Like, why would it be red?
Audio Activo Productions donated $4.99 through a super chat. I've learned so much from watching Sensei and Martyn. This is the least I can do to say thank you.
Thank you very much for the $5. Look, I don't know. It's $4.44. I don't know why it would be red. Red normally means like $500. So, yeah. I don't know. Thank you, Louis. Whatever it is, whether it's 500, whether it's $5,
Nick Jones
it
donated
means
£4.99 through a super chat. Almost time for some more profit turkey on the short-term bags. But remember long-term, guys, long-term. I know we've been waiting 4 years. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
There we go. Almost time for some profit taking on the short-term bag, but remember long-term, guys. I know we've been waiting 4 years. We've been waiting so long for moments like this. And the key thing is, we need to get this right. We need to get this right. Louis has gifted 50 memberships. Is Louis in the chat? Is Louis saying anything? Is Louis sure he wants to do this? Because I don't know what's going on. Thank you so much, Louis. Whether it's $500, £5, £1, any support, whether you're watching, whether you're liking, thank you so much for supporting the stream. To everyone. If you want the membership, interact with the chat, use the comment section, put in... hit the like button, interact, and then that's how it picks it. So make sure you're interacting with the chat. Let me just see if I've got any messages from Martyn. No, nothing yet. We've got the memberships being given out again. So let's put the music on, and then I promise... It's in red because Argentina... It's the maximum they let you pay. I love it, Louis. Wow. So does it cost a lot more to do the memberships then, I imagine? Look at that. You can get red super chats. I love it. Is he going to read it out? What do... Okay, we're going to get back to the news. Louis, let me know. Is it giving you the option to do the... How much is it costing you to do the memberships?
David Hensley donated $5 through a super chat. Thanks for staying on, Sensei.
No worries. Okay, thank you for clarifying that, Louis. So whether it's $4, as I said, or 500, it seems like it is. I don't know why it's in red, but that's incredible. That's a little cheat code. If anyone wants to do red super chats, move to Argentina. That's incredible. Anyway, I still appreciate it a lot. Thank you. So, why are we doing this? I'm going to turn that off for just a second. So, thank you everyone for tuning in. This is the stream's been taken over by membership, super chat. So, thank you so much. If you have just tuned in, hit the like button, subscribe. What we're trying to do is to get to $35 super chats, and once we do that, we'll be staying live for 4 hours. In the meantime, we're going to be looking at the charts. We're going to be looking at Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP, because tonight, from my experience of being in the markets for over 6-7 years now, Steve Monroe, let me put this back on. I just can't talk with the alerts. It's incredible. Thanks for the support. So, with my experience, what I've started noticing is when we're so close to a breakout on Bitcoin, especially when it's an all-time high breakout, they only come once in a while. If the volume's there, if the sentiment's there, you can have explosive breakouts on the charts. And we are potentially, I'm not saying 100%, but potentially today is one of those days. Why? Because we're looking at NASDAQ 100 breaking out the 786. Massive. That is big. That means that the stock market's recovered. It's ready to go to all-time highs. There is no argument for a dead cat bounce. There's no argument for a deep retrace. We're past all the retrace points. We are looking at all-time highs. That's what we're targeting on the world's largest stock markets, the world's biggest tech companies. That is important. Then what we're interested in is the crypto market, specifically XRP, but we need to look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, after all, does set the standard for the crypto market. Bitcoin is only up 1.6% today. When does it normally move? Last hour of trading. 1.3% move to the upside, and then you get to an all-time high daily candle close. Then there is no resistance above 106,200. Yes, there's all-time highs at 109,000, but they're just wicks. Once you break out of that, we've then got Ethereum on the verge of a breakout, already up 7% at its largest level of resistance. If Bitcoin goes to all-time highs, oh, there's some sort of bug in my room, and a massive bug. Oh God. We've got a massive bug just made it into the room. We're going to close that window. I always get bugs in this room. Stupid window. Looks like a hornet. I don't know what it is. Sorry. I've got a bug in the room. What a terrible timing for the bug. I'm going to put my hoodie on. Okay. I think I've just put a slipper on it. I haven't killed it. I put a slipper on it. Someone's going to clip that. It made I think it was a hornet. I've put a slipper on it. I haven't killed it. I don't know what it was. Okay, so where was I? I really got put off by that. I apologise, guys. So, I've made myself look like an idiot. So, Ethereum is on the verge of a breakout. Ethereum's at its largest, its strongest resistance we've seen in a while. Remember, Ethereum a few days ago was at a breakout point. A very big breakout. Call your girlfriend Sensei all late. No, she would hate it. I mean, she had a hornet in the room the other day. I had to go and sort that out. Ethereum broke out of highs of its resistance at 1,800, and we said that is going to be an important level, very, very important level. Why? Because there was no liquidity between 1,800 and 2,600, and it went up there in 3 days. Ethereum, one of the largest cryptocurrencies out there, went up 44% in 2 days, and now it's at resistance. However, this is the strongest resistance, but if it does break out, when Bitcoin breaks out, then shorts will get liquidated like you've never seen before. Shorts will get liquidated. Oh, we've got... No, I thought we had another. Shorts will get liquidated like we've never seen before. What we'll see is potentially a short squeeze on Ethereum, taking it up about another 35%. Maybe not all in one day, but you'll see a sudden spike as soon as we break out of $2,750 on Ethereum. Again, that can happen tonight. There's only a few times in market history, and this is not me saying go in now, go leverage. this is the times you can't trade, but you can sit back and potentially take some profits when it has that massive spike. Again, never giving financial advice. This is just we are watching the markets now. We're already in. We bought in at the low levels. We bought Ethereum at 1,500. We bought XRP at 38 cents, $1. We bought Bitcoin at 20,000. All of that sort of stuff. I'm not looking to take any trades now. I'm looking to potentially close some of my short-term trades, but I'm not looking to take any trades. This can get very volatile very, very quickly. Bitcoin, 106,000. Ethereum, another couple percent move to the upside. XRP, that will flow into XRP. XRP breaks its next level of $2.62. We will see a quick 4% move up and then potentially another 13% move up. All can happen tonight. So, what are we asking you to do? Get the bug, bro. Thief in the house. It's not a bug, it's a Chinese spy drone. It did sound like some sort of drone. I wonder if I can. No, I don't want to do that. I don't think it's still happily under the slipper. What we're trying to do is, how long do we have left? 40 minutes left, so we do have time. If you do a $5 super chat, we will stay live until power hour. When is all of the stuff that I've just mentioned probably going to happen? In 2 hours' time. Less than 2 hours. It might start building up now. We're going to start looking at some positions and your requests, but we're going to start getting ready for power hour. And what we can do to make it even more fun and to get even more value out of it. And remember, the reason I quit my job was because I wanted to provide more value to you guys. I did went to a finance company, did my financial advising exams, five months, did them all. Then I had a decision. Do I want to become an advisor and then stop doing YouTube? Because it would be a conflict of interest. I couldn't come on here and talk about crypto. I mean, the FCA would be all over me with talking about crypto, even though I never recommend anything. It's just a bit difficult. I could certainly not be an advisor and do it, in my opinion anyway. You can, it's just very, very difficult. And I want to, so I chose, I'll come on with Martyn. If there was anyone else apart from Martyn, I wouldn't do it. But why did I choose Martyn's channel? Because we do it for the members. You hated your desk job, admit it. No, I did my exams in 5 months. I could be an advisor doing what I'd love to do, which is helping people one-to-one and giving them advice. And I wouldn't be on a desk job. It's actually, the financial advising is one of the highest rated jobs from a level of enjoying it, if that makes sense. Anyway, so no, Dave Misley, I didn't actually hate my job. I actually really enjoyed it, and it was about to get a whole lot more fun and a whole lot more rewarding. Anyway, so I chose this, and massive pay cut. As you can imagine, you don't really earn that much money on YouTube. But what we're going to do is do more streams for you guys. So I'm doing streams every single morning. So make sure you subscribe, getting ready for the breakouts. Remember, it's more important to be there for the days that we're down, for the days that we're analyzing the news. And one thing that I chose Martyn's channel, and I've been partnered with Martyn, because he tells the truth. He shows all his investments. He talks the truth. He doesn't pump. He doesn't dump. He only owns the S&P 500. No one can accuse him of trying to pump something or dump something. And also, look around the screen. The only thing that we're asking you to do, or not asking you to do, it's your choice. I've got below $4.99 chart requests. We've got a merch store, and we've got Discord. You go to any other crypto channel, what they've got as thumbnails most of the time: $10,000 XRP today, $589 XRP tomorrow. This report saying this, all fake news, completely fake. So do not listen to that when they've got that on Twitter or on YouTube channels. Secondly, if they're a normal crypto channel, 99% of the time, 95% of the time, you will see them have leverage links. They will tell you to go leverage trade. 95% of day traders lose money. 95 people leverage trading. 95% of leverage traders lose money. They are basically on their audience. Keep telling them to sign up to KuCoin, leverage trading, Femex, Binance, FTX. They make so much money off that. And then they also have little sponsorships of this coin, buy this coin, or this network's the best, because they pay the masses amounts of money. We don't do that. Martyn has, and I know he doesn't mind me saying this, he's had in his inbox, I think the highest one was so far $30,000 to talk about a crypto coin for 5 minutes. Anyone else would say yes. We say no. We've got members that supporting the channel. We're going to go onto the Bitcoin chart right now, actually, because that's dropping slightly. We've got members Supporting the channel. We've got the sponsor of the channel are sponsor level members. We've got no external sponsorship really. So that is why it's so important to me. I don't want anyone losing out. We're doing this for the most truthful and honest reason. So what we're going to do is do fan funding. If in the next 36 minutes, if we get another 15 $5 super chats, we will stay live and do a 4-hour stream and get onto power hour, because that's when this is most likely to happen, in the last hour of trading. As I mentioned, that's happening in a few hours time. In the meantime, if you do a $5 super chat, you can also let me know your favorite charts, or stock, crypto. Let me know what you want us to look at, and in the meantime, we can have a look at your charts. We can do chart requests, your favorite crypto. Obviously, we're going to be covering XRP anyway. Your altcoins, your cryptos, we can look at support, resistance, all that sort of fun. So let's see if we can hit that goal. We're halfway there, and we're about halfway through the time. So let's see if we've got the support of the XRP army and the Lucasades in tonight's show. Bitcoin, someone said it's selling off. It's not too important yet. Nothing major. Nothing major yet. The uptrend is intact so far. Bitcoin still up 1.64%. Altcoins like Songbird, one of my picks of this bull run, up 24% today. That is incredible. 24%. That's got good potential, and it's up 24% today. Ethereum on the verge of a breakout at its very important level of resistance, very strong resistance, and surprisingly holding up very well. Potentially breaking out. If this closes where it is right now, it is technically a breakout. However, closing above 2,700 would be the next big breakout. What else do we have moving in the markets? Ethereum Classic. When Ethereum moves up, get ready for Ethereum Classic to start going on its run. And Ethereum Classic hasn't right now, so Ethereum Classic is looking a bit undervalued right now. Level of support for Ethereum Classic was $15, and I can very easily see this go to $40. So a quick double possible on Ethereum Classic. So we'll keep an eye on that. Chainlink, $20 next. Dogecoin, 3.29% up today. Remember, Dogecoin had that little bit of a sell-off, and we're targeting 26 cents next. So it's not the best trade right now, but I do see Dogecoin going to $1 this cycle, which is not the best returns in the crypto altcoin sector. A 4x on Doge. I think it will go past $1, all-time highs, and potentially the 1618. But nothing too interesting. It's already had a nice pump over the last week. Gala, 0.03. Gala can start moving up very, very quickly. I mean, look at that trade on Gala. The support was at 1.2 cents, already up 80% on that trade. If you took it, and another 47% until its next target. If you have just tuned in, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so before. What we're going to do, should we go over to members only mode? Let me know if you want me to go into members only mode. Members, let me know if you want us to do that. Filecoin is also, wow, inverse head and shoulders on Filecoin. Filecoin can easily, one of the top picks for this cycle as well, can go to $7 next, very, very easily in my opinion. That's another 120% move, and then targets of 10, $20, $100 on Filecoin is also in the cards for a full-blown altcoin season. Do I think XRP is hitting $10 before June or July? We don't know. We need to see how the price action occurs. It can. Very easily it can, but I'm expecting it by Q2 2026, and that's at some point within there. Remember, it will take 3-4 weeks for XRP to go on its run. It happens, it's done, it's finished, and then you've got another 4 years. So we're going to keep an eye on it. You need to. It's not about when it happens. It's about where are you when it happens. Are you ready for when it happens? It's not really about when it happens. I do think it will be when these rate cuts come, quantitative easing occurs. That's when we get the full-blown altcoin season. But it can happen very quickly. It can be next month. It can be, or it can be in a year. Or it can be in 4 years. We never know. But I do think we'll get an altcoin season this cycle. Bitcoin, we are waiting for that to hit 106,000. Where are we on the 5-minute chart? Are we getting any follow? We are breaking down. Unfortunately, Bitcoin is breaking down slightly. It really all depends on the last hour of trading, so we're going to keep an eye on it. But look, there is support on the short-term time frame. Let's see what happens. We do need Bitcoin to move. Although another scenario is Bitcoin sometimes goes sideways or down while the altcoin market goes up. So then we do kind of need to look at Bitcoin dominance as well. What I think is most likely is Bitcoin goes on its big move up, Bitcoin dominance goes up, and then you suddenly see it flip towards the downside. Oh, Nick Jones wants a chart request.
Nick Jones donated £4.99 through a super chat. XYZ.
Thank you, Nick Jones. We will have a look at XYZ. What I think is the most likely thing to occur is Bitcoin dominance having a little spike, meaning Bitcoin goes on its little bit of a run. Then we get Bitcoin dominance continuing its move down, something like this, moving up and then moving back down. So far, we haven't seen that happen. That means altcoins are benefiting more than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dominance is going down. We do have a very long-term uptrend on Bitcoin dominance, which is broken. That's why we've started getting bullish on altcoins once we hit our target of 65%. So again, just like last time when we hit our target of 60%, and then finally draw down, that's when XRP went on its massive run and altcoins went on its massive run. We're seeing that occur again. But within that move towards the downside, what you saw was a big move towards downside. You saw a 3% move to downside, and then you had Bitcoin go on its big move towards the upside. Then Bitcoin dominance went up 4%. Altcoins went on its little run. Bitcoin dominance came down 2%. Bitcoin went on its run again. Bitcoin dominance went up 4%, and then finally you got that big altcoin season when XRP went from 30 cents to about $3. So what we're trying to see is are we going to get a similar pattern? So far, it just seems like it's altcoins only, even though Bitcoin's been going up. So we've had a 5% move so far towards the downside. So there is I think Bitcoin's going to pop and then that money's going to flow through. Although there is also a possibility that Bitcoin goes up 1%, 2%, but altcoins continue outperforming Bitcoin, and that's when you'll see this Bitcoin dominance chart just continue moving towards the downside. And how aggressively it's moving to the downside, maybe that is a very plausible option as well. So we are on breakout watch here. Oh, Saab's in the chat. The trend is your friend, and yeah, and I'm on Bitcoin dominance right now. The trend is very much the downside, so that does give us the argument that the altcoins can break out without Bitcoin as well. So that is another option out there. Ethereum, what's Ethereum doing? Ethereum's moving back up. Here we go. A breakout from these levels for $2,700 for Ethereum could be massive for the altcoin market, including XRP. Songbird making highs of its day, up 24%. Coinbase, what a day for the crypto. What a good day for crypto. Absolutely incredible day for crypto. Why? Because we've got a crypto company entering the S&P 500. Let me see if I can find where's the saying? Let me go on to my, if you haven't, is this my profile? There we go. If you haven't got my X, I do post on that, so please do follow me there. What was my last post? Who's ready for Bitcoin all-time highs? I said that 2 hours ago. Here we go. This is the one I want to show you from Coinbase. As the saying goes, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then they add you to the S&P 500, something like that. So what a journey we've been on in crypto. What an absolute journey we've been on. Let me just check this for a second. Nothing new there. Coinbase, crypto company, S&P 500, millions of people being exposed to crypto now. This is the way it's going. This is what we've been envisioning. What, saying that wrong. I'm just not going to say it. This is what we've been predicting for the longest time. Governments are buying it. Strategic reserves, stockpiles, reserves. Saying the same thing. What was it? Strategic reserves and strategic stockpiles. Two separate things. One's for Bitcoin, one's for the altcoins. Governments adopting it, governments buying it, governments keeping it. Spot Bitcoin ETFs. That coming out last year. Massive. Spot ETFs for XRP happened in Brazil already. Futures ETFs for XRP in the United States. That's happened now. What do we have news of? XRP ETF spot United States 20 plus applications. The day will come this year. I think Brad said second half of this year you'll see it. We are entering we're in May, fifth month. Next month we can see an XRP ETF that comes out. That's going to be massive. The inflows to that, I think, are going to be unlike anything we've seen before. Probably less than Bitcoin, but much more than Ethereum and the rest of the markets. That day comes when we can see a 50% move up day on XRP. That could be the peak of the market. We might already be at $5 at that point, and then the ETF comes out and XRP hits $10. We need to stay up to date. We need to have our limit order set up close to the time. So please do subscribe. We'll bring you all the news when that comes. But it's a day for crypto when Coinbase is joining the S&P 500. We covered this on our morning show. We're live every single morning as well. Bitcoin slightly selling off, but don't be too alarmed. We've still got 3 hours before, 2.5 hours before the daily candle closes. Remember, the hour of before the daily candle closes is called power hour. Why? Because everything, the most of the trading of the day normally occurs in that last hour. Then you have Asian markets open up very, very soon after. So we'll get ready for that. Is Ethereum breaking out yet? And heading back up, Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin right now. Let's go to ETH BTC. Look at this. Look at Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin right now. That's a great signal for altcoins. XRP, BTC won't be doing too well right now. No, it's going sideways. Let's see if there's a trend on this on the 4 hours. Let's see if we can identify a trend. Up, down, consolidation. Yeah, downwards slope broken out. Yeah, big XRP BTC is ready to break out as well. We're ready for Bitcoin to we're ready for XRP to outperform Bitcoin. That might happen today. That might happen once Bitcoin goes up. Remember, what's my target on Bitcoin on its next move up? And we're about to have its next move up. Next target on Bitcoin is 130,000. Another 25% move to the upside. Once that hits those levels, get ready for XRP BTC. The tide to shift towards altcoins and XRP going on its massive run. And then there will be plenty of opportunity to recycle that money I make from XRP into altcoins, I think, in my opinion, because the big ones move first, and then you have opportunities on random altcoins. You just spread your money and everything flies in, in the altcoin season. But you need to remember, it happens so fast. It happens in days, weeks, and it's over. And then you go into a bear market. So that's why we need to stay up to date, and it's getting to the point where we really need to be up to date with it all. So how can you start trading in $1? You can't. Sorry. How can you start trading in $1? Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. And that's not me saying. I mean, making 10%, but with $1, you probably just lose it all in fees on your first purchase. I don't think anywhere really allows you to buy with $1. What I would say to most people is invest in yourself, generate some income, and then play around in the crypto markets or invest long term in the stock market. Microsoft will be 800 before the end of 2026. The lock looks good, brother. Just having a when might be your XRP trimming price level? I will show you that very shortly. Thank you, AC, for that comment. How many likes do we have on the stream so far? 0, apparently. Let me refresh that. We've got 217 likes. Let's see if we can get to 250 likes. If you haven't already liked the stream, please do that. Let's get more people in the stream. How many are we up? 16 out of 30. Oh, we've only got 20 minutes left. Do you guys want us to cover the power hour stream where we can potentially break all-time highs? If you do, you can support the channel with a $4 super chat, and we'll also cover your stocks. I've just realized I've missed one, haven't I? Let me go here. Let me see, because you can do, when you do your super chat, you can do a chart request as well. Who's did I miss? Don't worry, I'll cover it now. XYZ. If you want a chart request, you can do a $4.99 super chat, and it also counts towards our goal of 30 to stay live for 4 hours. So XY. Oh, what is XYZ? XY. I keep getting confused because there's a SpaceX ETF as well, with the same, and there's DYDX as well. There's all sorts of things. XYZ USD. Oh no, you just want block. You want the stock block. No worries, Nick Jones. Let's have a look at block. Very interesting. I think it was. We were looking at it on its earnings, and we were saying what a time to buy. Let's see if that's. Oh my God! Look at that. That was on earnings, wasn't it? Thursday, 1st of May. Yes. Oh my God! What a level. This is why you need to tune in every single day, because there's opportunities every single day. Earnings, whatever it is. We covered block live, not the earnings call, but the day it dropped, and it dropped to a level of support we haven't seen before for a while. And from that day, it's already up 32% in 12 days, guys. Come on, you need to subscribe. You need to be live with us every day. There's opportunities all over the market at the moment, and block was one of them. Coming into levels of support. Now it's up.
Chris Fulton donated $5 through a super chat. QBTS.
QBTS, thank you, Chris Fulton. We will do it, and now we only need 13. So we're over halfway. Thank you for contributing. So up 30% in less than a week. What the target for this was, the first target was exactly where we are today. Why? Because you've closed that gap, that massive gap on earnings. You close the gap. So that is your first target, unfortunately. So that's already done. You have created a gap down here at $51. So there might be a potential sell-off to $51 to try gain some more. However, it looks like you're trying to break this downwards trend. You're on the brink of breaking this downwards trend, and then you've got another gap to fill up here. So here are your targets. Very, very simple chart at the moment. Obviously, you've got your long-term targets as well. If you're holding this long-term, then you've got much higher targets. We'll go from short-term targets, medium-term targets to long-term targets. Short-term targets are on the downside, buy level side. Again, I'm already in. Let's just pretend we're already in. We've got some money to buy more, and we've got some money that we want to get out. Again, not financial advice. This is what I would be doing if I hold this stock. I would be buying more at $51. Always holding more in case we come down to $43 and $39 in a recession or very bad news or bad earnings. Always having money to buy back lower. However, the most likely level is $51 on the buy side. We are looking to break out of this downwards trend on block. And once that downwards trend breaks on block, and you get back above $63, so again, I don't want to keep saying if and this and that, but it looks like downwards trend is breaking. This downwards trend breaks, you will start moving back up to probably $81 would be my next main target. If you are a shorter term investor, if you're a trader, then you start looking at these targets as well. You start looking at a breakout of 58 to 62. That's the trade that traders will take. They'll do a 7% day trade. They'll do that on leverage. That's one trade, $62. That's why it's resistance. The short-term traders as well, they would potentially look at, if we don't break out these levels, we'll take a short, we'll buy it at $51, and then the short-term trade at $51 would take out a trade to sell at $57. So that's what's happening in between on the short-term traders side of things. On the ones that want to buy and hold, they'll be looking at targets of $81, then $92. And then they would look at targets. Remember, you've got a very nice accumulation range between here and $92. If that $92 level breaks, for those long-term investors, you'll start looking at $167, $192, $234, and then $444 on the long-term, laddering out your position. So remember, there is much higher targets on the longer term. If you're bullish on the company and the fundamentals, you are in an accumulation phase. Once that phase breaks out, get ready for those bigger targets as well. On the shorter term, I've just given you the targets for block as well. We had another request. So what was the next request? I'm just looking at this. QBTS. 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 We've looked at this before. D-Wave Quantum Incorporated. Look at that. You've broken levels. Okay, good. Very, very easy. Final level of resistance on the short term is around, I think there's some sideways action here. Oh yeah, you've got all-time highs here as well. You are basically targeting all-time highs at $13 now. Why? Well, you're above previous all-time highs. Oh, no, not previous highs. These two last highs are important. Actually, you're not above them yet, but you're important. Highs here or in December of 2024, highs here in March of 2025. What you want to see is to hold $9.20. The reason these last ones failed is because you couldn't hold $9.62. As long as you hold $9.64. Remember, the more times you hit a level, the more likely you're to break it. That's why I'm a bit more bullish this time round. If you hold $9.61 and then break $11, you've got one final level of resistance at $13, which is your all-time highs, and then the world's your oyster. You're looking at uncharted territories. You're looking at the 1618, $21, for example. So are you going to break it this time? That's what's important to look at. You've got two previous times you failed to hold it, and you'll know if you failed to hold it because you'll break below $9.50. If you hold above $9.50, eventually you're going to break $11. Then you're going to hit your all-time highs at $13. Then you can go into uncharted territory of $21. But to me, looking at the chart, you've got very much a nice uptrend. People are buying, they're holding. You're testing a level again. You're knocking on that door again, and at some point, that resistance at $11.43 will break your level of support at $9.64. If that fails, you've got this upwards trend to keep you in line. Thank you for that super chat. We can always have another look at that in the future as well and see if it's finally broken out of these levels. Okay, back to Bitcoin. Is it moving? I think it's when it's not moving, it's just getting ready. It's gearing up for a move. It's moving sideways. It's getting ready for a big move. Remember, it's very weird for us not to get a move from Bitcoin, especially when the Nasdaq 100 it's had such a good day. You can see we're holding. I mean, you look at the 4-hour candles. Big move towards the upside. Bull flag. What's this called? A failed breakdown. A liquidation speak, a bear trap, and then you're holding these levels. So you're ready to break out to the upside, in my opinion. Going down to the 5-minute time frame, are you moving back up? You are moving back up. This is getting exciting again. 104,580. Is Ethereum breaking out yet? Ethereum is slowly but surely moving up. They're all getting ready for a big move. XRP, what's that doing? XRP is heading sideways. Yeah, it's on the verge of breaking down from this upwards trend as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. It's on the verge of doing that, but it will very much follow what Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to do. So it is slightly breaking down, but again, I'm not worried. We've got 2 hours and 20 minutes before the daily candle close. We've got 1 hour and 20 minutes before everything starts moving very, very fast as well. So keeping an eye on that. XLM. XLM is what has the potential when XRP moves. And even if XRP is moving slightly, XLM, remember, 41 cents is next for XLM. Another 32% upside for XLM before it even gets into levels where it can go much higher. This is a conservative estimate for XLM in the next couple of weeks if we do get this breakout, a 30% move. What we're going to do is go to your comment section and see what is going on. Are we going to hit up? Well, how long do we have on this? 13 minutes. Ooh, are we going to do it? If you do support the channel, if you do like what we're doing here, and you want us to do a 4-hour stream, or at this point, it's only another 2 hours before we get the daily candle close, and now another hour and 20 minutes before the markets really start moving. Please, if you can't super chat, just hit the like button, subscribe, and if you do want to support the show, we've got 12 minutes and 36 seconds left to get another 13 super chats to stay live for the next couple hours and hopefully cover the Bitcoin all-time highs. What's going on in the chat? Let's see what everyone's. Let me know your thoughts down below. How does Coinbase being added to S&P 500 mean you can own all crypto if you if you have shares in the S&P 500, because if you own the S&P 500, you're basically owning a part of Coinbase, and Coinbase is obviously a crypto platform. They deal with they own cryptocurrencies themselves. They obviously transact in cryptos. They make money off crypto purchases and sales and leverage and custodials and services and all that sort of stuff. So if it's in the S&P 500 and you're buying the S&P 500, you're basically buying the underlying companies. I bought that dip on block. Congratulations, Nick Jones. Get some sleep, buddy. No, I'll stay live for hours. Don't worry about me. I'm always long term, but we'll be accumulating more. So you like block? Interesting. Yeah, it's one of those companies. If you want a basket of crypto companies and an ISA, for example, in the UK, it's one of those ones you can hold and have tax free if you got it in the correct wrapper. What's your name, bro? I can't keep calling you poor man. Not good energy, but it's poor man to rich man. $151 billion market cap for XRP. It's actually higher. We need to include circulating supply. I think it's I think we need to include what Ripple holds because that is circulating supply, in my opinion. 15 minutes left for 13 super chats. Yes, will we do it? I'm not sure. We'll see. Don't know if we've got the XRP army in today. We've got 427 people watching. Let's see if out of them anyone will do it. I'm so bullish right now. The company. Why do we always have someone talking about Pfizer? Pfizer or PFE? So many people overlooking a great company that's founded in 1849 in New York. USA has saved millions of lives with over 300 drugs or medications in the pipeline. I'm going to call you rich man. oh, 18.
Moto ATM donated $4.99 through a super chat. If we break and through, do you want to be alone in a room or here with H? The family are celebrating.
Look, don't worry, Motto, I'm always here for you guys, so we'll see. But I'm confident we'll get the. There's only 12 more. How long do we have? 10 minutes. Should we put the time on the screen? Let's put the timer on the screen. Let's put the timer on the screen. I'll do it at 8 minutes. Let me. Just gonna. Where's that gone? Gonna do something. CPR.
Gareth Lewis Pitt donated $5 through a super chat. New member. Love your channel and the info.
Oh, Gareth, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for that comment. That is very kind. Let's put this on the screen. There we go. That's very kind. Yeah, we've got a great family here. We try and provide the best content, always covering the news, not in a hype way, just giving you the real news. It's so hard to sift through all the different types of news out there, all the different fake videos, and always being level-headed. So thanks for that. Let me just. That doesn't look good. Let me move that. Oh, superheat. What does superheat mean? Superheat. Sorry. Super. That's not even anywhere close to right. Chat. Oh, it's autocorrect. That's what's going on. Superheat. I wonder if that bug is still alive. I think it's moved the slipper. So weird.
Moto ATM donated $4.99 through a super chat. I was talking to the audience. Lol sensei, you are good.
I was talking to the audience. I don't know what. Wait, what did I say? I'm confused. I was talking to Moto ATM. What was your last super chat? Oh, okay. That's what you're doing. You're getting everyone to super chat. I like it, Moto ATM. Continue. Thanks. Oh, we're getting them in again.
Weld donated $5 through a super chat. Come on, guys. Here's my second super. Let's stay live.
Thank you, Wildy Weld. Come on, guys. Here's my second. Thank you for doing it twice. You are really committing to this, as I am committed to you guys. What am I drinking to keep you awake into the night? hate to break it, it's literally it's a latte mug. It's a 17-ounce latte mug, but it's water. Water keeps me up. I, I'm actually operating more on the US hours now. Now that I'm doing this more, um, I'm operating more I'm turning into. I should be living in Texas with Martyn. I'm operating on Martyn time. When he goes to bed, I go to bed, and when he wakes up, I wake up. And trust me, he doesn't sleep much at all. He's always working. Um, Red super chats in the UK would be $500. That's 748,564. Yes, yes. There's a little hack. Go to Argentina and you can do a red super chat. I love it. MSK, there is something in those trees. I do get SNS ISA slowly moving my crypto portfolios into ISA. I do got a stocks and shares ISA, slowly moving my crypto profits into ISAs. That's what I hope to do. Hopefully, at some point, crypto goes up enough, and then I can just be a bit more stress free with a tax free ISA as well. Who gets these donos? You or Martyn? It's the channel gets it, so I do benefit from the super chats as well, especially now that I've come on to Martyn's channel. Basically full time now. What an optimistic scenario for BTC tonight. I understand it's 120,000 like tonight. So for tonight, the optimistic scenario, we never know. So the optimistic scenario, Bitcoin will go and do it will do what it likes. However, what the optimistic scenario would be, or what we're looking for, is a breakout of 100 and basically a breakout of 106,000 would bring volatility into Bitcoin, and it will basically put it up to all-time highs within seconds, in my opinion. 3% move up. And then it's wherever Bitcoin wants to go, and you know what previously when you've seen those big candles on Bitcoin continuing to move up, it's uncharted territories. It's very much uncharted territories. We can't predict how high it will go, but what we do know, not 100%, but what we've seen previously, a breakout of all-time highs, shorts are placed there. You then get massive volatility. You get big moves to the upside. Then you get the altcoins moving big. Then you get Bitcoin coming down, and then the altcoins start exploding. And what we've seen then is that's what happens when Bitcoin breaks out of all-time highs. And that's the sort of thing you're expecting. I'm not expecting 130,000 tonight. I mean, who knows where it'll go? It'll be massive wicks all over the place.
Thomas Haig donated £4.99 through a super chat.
Thank you, Thomas Haig, for the $4.99 super chat. How long do we have? We've got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Why is that not updated? 8 more super chats. Ooh. I don't know. We'll see. If you do want to do a $5 super chat, we'll stay live we'll do a 4-hour stream. We'll stay live for another few hours, couple hours. Okay. Yeah, so that's the optimistic look on Bitcoin, and that's what we've seen previously. A breakout of 106,000 previous all-time highs, or previous last levels of main resistance. Why previous daily candle closes, highest daily candle close ever was at 106,000. You would move very quickly to your all-time highs, 110,000, and then you would just see massive volatility. And what you've seen previously breaking out all-time highs is Bitcoin blasting off 5-10%, big candles. Then you get massive volatility to the downside. Altcoins pop off. So you get these massive amounts of volatility, massive moves to the upside, and that's when we can see something like XRP, which I'm focused on tonight, breaking $2.60 and moving to up to $3, and then potentially over the next few days all-time highs. That is a very real possibility once we break all-time highs on Bitcoin. Ethereum as well is surprising because it's at major levels of resistance, but it's really trying to break out. It really is trying to break out. I mean, look at that. Oh my god,
Saab
Ethereum's
Shergill
about to break
donated
out as well.
$5 through a super chat. Come on then, folks. Not let the people who paid out already have done it for nothing. Let's do it.
Yes, we don't want it to be for nothing. Let's see if we do it. 1 minute, and is that the right? No, I need to change that. It's actually 2 minutes and. Oh no, I've done something wrong. Let me just make sure that's right. There we go. That should be lined up now. Are we going to do it? 2 minutes. 23. Are we going to get... Let's see. Let's put the music on and let's see if you guys can do it.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Tonight could be the night. We've got 1 minute left on the super chat goal. Let's see if you guys want the stream into power hour where everything can start moving. Ethereum looking incredibly strong. I don't normally like looking at Ethereum, but it has a massive effect on the cryptocurrency market, and that's at the strongest level of resistance, and it's trying to break out. That's a good indicator. We've got 30 seconds left.
You see the truth behind the veil.
Oh, we've got one more.
They're just looking for attention.
Are we gonna do it?
Don't let the ruthlessness prevail. Oh, it's time now, light your fires for ascension.
Alex07 donated $4.99 to a super chat.
We're so close. So close. We were so close. Thank you everyone who contributed. Look, I feel really bad. We're gonna do something.
William Johnson donated
Oh, we got
$5 to
27
a super
or
chat.
26.
Let's get to power hour tonight, ladies and gents.
Thank you, William Johnson. Oh, Dirk Douglas has come in with $20. Unfortunately, it only counts. You should have done $5 super chats, Dirk. It doesn't count them. Thank you very much. Anyway, okay, what we're gonna do. I appreciate all the super chats. We were basically there. I think we were basically
Dirk
there.
Douglas donated $20 Canadian through a super
What should
chat.
we do? I want to do something. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to come back for power hour. Let's do that. We'll come back for power hour. Let me set up the stream. We're going to come back for power hour. I did it before. It just arrived. I didn't know. Thank you, Dirk Douglas. Thank you, everyone who supported throughout that. Thank you very much. And we've got XRP moving up again. Okay, we're going to come back for power hour unless anything happens before. Power hour is in the last 1 hour of trading UTC. That's when the daily candle closes for all traders around the globe. Power hour starts in 1 hour and 7 minutes. I will come back live for power hour. So what I'm going to do is, so everyone, in an hour from now, I want you back. Take a break, go have a tea, have a coffee, have a Red Bull, do whatever you need to do, and we'll come back in an hour for power hour. So let me get that stream ready. Yeah, we have to do something. We can't let all those super chats go to waste. We will do something. We will do that. That's the most important thing anyway. So everyone stay with me. I'm going to give you the link for that. So what we're going to do, we're going to create, go live. I'm going to create I'm just going to do a random one for now. We're going to live power hour. Next. So I'm going to set up the stream now. I'm going to send you guys there and we'll be back in an hour for power hour unless anything massive happens in the markets. But it normally happens in the last hour. So I'm going to redirect everyone. Oh no. What am I doing? What am I doing? We want that to start. I'm just getting everything ready for that stream. So we are going to come back. We can't leave it like that. Okay, we're going to come back. It'll be midnight my time. Oh, so I have to put that on the next day. It's going to be at midnight my time. We're coming back. Okay. Saab unfortunately doesn't work like that. Otherwise, Louis' word would work that way. But some YouTube doesn't counter like that. Sounds good. Thank you, Dirk. Okay, we're going to come back at midnight. Okay, so let me give you the link for that stream. Power Hour today could be big, so that's why we want to cover it. And we nearly got there, so it's only right we do cover it. Oh, RB. RB's come out of nowhere. I love it.
RB donated $4.99 through a super chat, saluting face emoji, tumbler glass emoji, cool face emoji, one more.
Okay, let me give you the link. Thank you, RB. Okay, let me give you the link for that. So, thank you everyone for contributing. We will be back for Power Hour. I'm going to give you the link. I'm going to send everyone there, and then I'll be back with you in an hour. So why is that not there yet? Let me go find it. Oh, it's not live yet for some reason. For some reason, it's not there. Why is it not there? Go back to your comments for a second. Dashboard, content, live. Should be there. Let me see. Okay, is it there yet? Let me refresh this. It's very weird. Oh, yes, we have it. Okay, so let me give you the link. It will take you straight there. We'll be back in an hour. Go onto the link now. Say Sensei sent me here. Why not? Let's do that. Go onto the chat. Say Sensei sent me here. If you go click that link right now and click that notify me button. See the notify me? Just click that so you don't forget about Power Hour. Click that link I just gave you in the chat, go to it, click notify me, and this stream will automatically take you there. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Great show. We're gonna come back. Thanks for all the support during the show. We're gonna come back for Power Hour where we will see if Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP are finally going to break out. There is a strong possibility they do, and we get a lot of volatility. I will see you there in an hour. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, which is in an hour. Take care of yourselves and each other.